Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Checking in on the sound. Everybody, welcome Mike, the moderator, in the stream tonight. Everybody, welcome Mike, the moderator, in the stream tonight. Sounds like audio and music is balanced nicely. So we're not going to have an echo. Welcome, my moon tribe. Yes, Michael, volume is at 100%. Let me see over here. Yes, yes it is. Okay, so as we come in to the moon cycle that just passed on the 29th, we're gonna first get centered. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this through the music that I have. Maybe I'll just lower it for a second. So I want you to focus on this frequency and to tap into your third eye and just take a breath wherever you are. I don't know about you all, but the buck moon was very intense for me on the 29th. I was doing my 369 sound circle at the Bay, and it was explosive in the type of music and resonance that we were doing, and we were all coming into embodiment. It was really about expanding, and embodiment was the theme that we felt. If you'd like, in the description that I have for the live stream, I gave you a forecast of what to expect from the buck full moon for this moon cycle in the sign of Aquarius. Now we have Saturn also in retrograde at this time. That's not always a fun ride for everyone. That is, what you reap is what you sow. And this is where you're going to get retribution. You're going to get things balanced out. If it's been a very uphill battle, then good for you. You've been earning your karma. You've been receiving what is meant for you, and you have been making amends. I know I had. I had some encounters where I had to make amends myself and had to really decide, was I going to hold on to these burdens, or was I going to forgive and let go? And it's not always comfortable, right? When you know that someone has betrayed you, if things were not going the way that you wanted, or that things could have been prevented. Saturn is described as the great father archetype. So he will reward or he will punish. So at this time, understand that the things that are occurring in your life, and Saturn in retrograde is until the end of December, going into the season of Capricorn and Sagittarius as well, through Leo, through Virgo. So if you have those signs anywhere in your chart, depending on where Saturn is, you will be affected in some form or another, whether you want to believe it or not. My name is Phaedra. I do full moon and new moon cycle readings collectively, so you don't have to necessarily be an Aquarius. Just understand the aspects of Aquarius is in this field right now that we can utilize, but it may be potent for those with the Aquarius sign, or may have Aquarius very magnified in their chart. But we're going to go through tarot and see what is in store for us. If you have questions, please put it in the chat. Just again, be polite. Mike will surveillance that. But if you're watching, please give me a thumbs up and grow me into the algorithm. Okay, collectively we wanted the galactic. This was given to me by a dear friend many, many years ago. The Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Many beautiful decks that she has. I really want the rose one, which has a theme of roses, but I'll get there. Maybe I'll add it to the wish list so you guys can support me. And Michael has also put my Venmo link in case you'd like to donate. All donations help this channel keeping it going. And if you don't have the means, I get it. Simply subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, and we are on our way. I believe we are now at 385. So what does collectively we need to know from the galactic star realm, star seeds, light workers? Doors are opening. We have a portal. We definitely have the portal of the 8-8 coming up. Inner Earth. Cosmic Heart. Opening up the heart. Being potent. Surrendering. I'll go through each one. They are exquisite in these hues of silver and purple and blue. The whale. If some of you really love the whales and the orcas, if some of you are near an ocean, I'm up in here in Florida, but you might be on an island or near them. Subtropics. We have inner earth, the inward process. The cosmic heart, blending into the cosmos and releasing on the heart expansion. Falling into my arms, the surrender and noticing of the soul family, and embracing even the extremes of life. Bear with me, guys. I sometimes have to go up and down to see if you all can really see the cards. And then if any of you are asking me questions, it's a back and forth process. Okay. Doors are opening. You decide. The rewards. It's a wild card. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful right now. Planets are aligning and the timing is right. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Yeah, we do. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. See, again, that Saturn coming right into play. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Yeah, that's really transforming through the fear, through the trials and tribulations that we put in ourselves. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into the new reality. Now is the time to make big changes if you've been guided to switch things up. You're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. What would you like most to experience? Tell me in the chat. Let's manifest it by putting it in word and vocally. What would you most like to experience right now through this moon cycle? Whale and orca elders. Oh, this definitely sounds like it resonates for me already. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. The whale and orca elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us known. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul song. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into your very being, and in an instant, you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pulled this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency. To bow to who you truly are. To stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all. To leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door. To question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The whale and orca elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings. To drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Hi, Kelly. Allow the song that echoes in the 4 chambers of your heart to emanate in all 4 directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all those you meet. So how are you being called to share your soul's unique song? What are you called? The inner earth. Inner earth, also known as Agartha, is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in their stories. It's said that some of the beings of ancient lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, went there. Hindu and Celtic lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Tibetan Buddhism refers to the secret mystical city Shambhala, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Many have searched for inner earth in the physical world, but without success. So the mystery continues. Is it a place that exists in the physical or on another level of consciousness? I'm so glad it resonates, Kelly. If you haven't already, definitely please subscribe. There are solutions beyond what you can perceive. Surprising outcomes to your problems and situations. Resolutions that are in the best interests of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. See, this is the part of Saturn that I was referring to about getting out of the fears by doing things that test your trials and tribulations. So that's one way of changing out your routine completely, but also facing it by doing a different thing. Soon you'll see that whole new worlds of solutions are available. Things that we previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, you need to do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. So again, what can you do to shift your energy or your outlook? Thank you, Kelly, for subscribing and supporting my journey. We go into the cosmic heart. I want you to see that once again. It's a beautiful like shawl covering, but it's the cosmos with roses. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention to deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. So that hits me in the sense that we have this one body. It's no coincidence that I said this on the 369 circle on the 29th, where when we have this one body, right, we're constantly criticizing it. We're doing habits that are actually counterproductive to us feeling the way that we want to feel. And the only way through that is not just through the knowledge, but it's through changing those habits. Really diving into how we feel and saying that we don't have to constantly criticize ourselves on this physical way, because what does it do besides bringing us negativity and that feeling of that we are not enough? There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul seeds and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks, and to make your life one moving prayer. When I read that really shifted, my point of view for me in my life, in my spiritual journey. Like when you think about that, how can you make your life one big moving prayer? Because a lot of the times people pray because they want something, because they need something. When we could be praying for gratitude, when we could be praying for others, when we could be praying for simply having the divine discussion with God. so that even through the turbulent times and even through the best of times, we are constantly moving forward rather than in our past or too much in our present. I think when we practice in prayer, and of course you give and practice however you choose, prayer really gets you into the now and the present, focusing on your breath, focusing exactly what you're saying in that moment to God, to universe. So it is very important on how you address that, right? So how can you make your life a moving prayer? Fall into my arms. I really saw this as a full surrender card. And at times we do need to surrender. Holding the opposites, extremes of life. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, and that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded, and when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life. The agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. That reminds me of Michael when when Michael was visiting. We went to Busch Gardens, and if you're in Florida, you'll know what Busch Gardens is. And I saw my life flash before my eyes when I was on this roller coaster, and I did not realize how high that roller coaster was until it was too late. And then my body was just like dangling for all life. And I was so scared. I was shaking afterward, but I got through it. And that's what I think of in this description of surrendering, that it's not always going to be amazing. It's not always going to be roses and unicorns and frolicking in the forest. But we can make this journey what it is. Because we chose to be here in this contract. Whether we want to admit it or not, or believe it or not, it's there. And when we acknowledge how far we've come and where we're going, thank you, my dear sister. I love you too much. But it isn't too much. The highs and those lows have taught us so much of the endurance of the soul, of the devotion of God to always be there. Because God and ancestors and angels have always been there. We may have been forgetting because we are in that polarity and that duality of this physical vessel. And yet every time we get to this point where we just think we're not gonna make it, we do. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness and worries and hurt and sorrow and fears and burdens and doubts, and to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say that you've truly lived. And I think all of you that are watching, I don't know how many of there are because I don't see it. Oh, 2, 3 of you that are watching, you've truly lived. So it's supposed to say we take this card and we put it against our heart, or you could put your hand over your heart and say, I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. And so it is. So if you are enjoying this, definitely give me a thumbs up to boost me into the algorithm. If you haven't done already, please subscribe. What is pinned in the chat is my Venmo, so if you want to send me a little donation, again, it does keep this beautiful channel going. And we are almost at a year, guys. I still cannot believe it. The anniversary is in September, and boy, are we going to have some surprises and videos and posts with the help, of course, of Michael Undas. We should do moon. Let's do moonology. I have both of them, and every time I do these lives, I can never figure out which one I want to do because both have amazing themes. Hello, Shamari. Welcome to the channel, dear King. This will be a very light promotion, though, just so you know, because I absolutely have to. I can't just sit here and not showcase my amazing customized Yeti bottle. I've always wanted one, and because I am at the residency at the Bay, I got one. So if you're in Florida and you're in Brandon and you want to come to the Bay and visit me and have a personal private reading, you need to come and get and order your own because I absolutely love mine. I don't have kratom. I didn't have time. So instead I have kombucha. It's starting to grow on me. It's supposedly good for my gut with the probiotics and all that stuff. And we're going to get into Virgo. Yeah, we're going to get into Virgo next month after, Leo passes. And legal. When Leo passes, and that's going to be all about health. I am at the Bay on Thursdays, every Thursday. So if you'd like to have an in-person reading and you're in Florida, visiting Florida, I know eventually Shamar is visiting, you got to come check me out. Yes, of course, Shamari. Of course it has to be purple. Not only royalty, but for the great prince. Okay, so what does the collective need to know for this buck moon in Aquarius? You're very close to achieving your goal. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't you dare. A fiery climax is approaching. We do love climaxes. A time for healing and a new start is coming. Okay, very similar with that galactic, when it said about the portal. So all of you give me a thumbs up, boost me in the algorithm. So a new start is coming. You're very close to achieving your goal. Don't let your past hold you back. That fiery climax we all want. And a time for healing. Sometimes when we achieve something, it's a testimony of our life. It's a testimony of our work, for our beliefs, for our family. I mean, people are doing some really big moves now. And this is where it is a healing journey. Wouldn't you agree? It's really that time, not only for I don't want to say resting because we're in the summer months, you know, but it's healing in the sense that you achieve it and you show people of what is possible. You set that example. And yeah, you're going to have to do some healing too because they're going to trigger you. And you're going to trigger them. And you're going to have to be like, that's not my process. Or if this is my process, I'm going to have to go into hermit mode now. I'm going to isolate a little bit, take care of myself. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feels healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you will need a little bit more time to heal and soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. There is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. When one is healed, all are healed. It's time to let go of the past. You're about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal and think about how this situation would look if everyone was healed. There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed and you are on the target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. And if you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. I'll see it when I believe it. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well, and again, forget about the past. Let me go into that since it's already talking about that. We don't want to be in our South Node. We already did that lifetime. We already learned. And if you haven't, this is your sign to just learn it already and get it over with. Like, stop holding on. It's really not good. Saturn is going to tap that ass like it's never been tapped. Because it's 2026. You should have shed all this back last year when we had the snake. You know what happens when a horse gets upset? What does it do, guys? It stomps you into the damn ground. We don't want to experience that. We've been able to learn from this. The South Node is a karmic point, but it's the opposite to the North Node. It relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. So maybe in this time of Leo, being creative and really observing the programs around you and reiterating vocally and writing what fits, and then know what you need to remove. You know, Leo is the pack, is the lion, it's the pride, it's this creativity, this passion, this boldness. And we're in that season, but with Aquarius can be very cold and very analytic, but it's always thinking about the humanity of it, the collective of it all. So look at collectively of your decisions. Look collectively of where your beliefs have gotten you up to this point. And is it now time for that transition to see what has not worked anymore? And to really bid it goodbye, goodwill. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relation you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, even you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. And one thing is for sure, when you get this card, you've been challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feeling easier and safer. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. It's a no-no, guys. No. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. No shortcuts. Definitely not through Saturn. It's going to be instant karma. You're absolutely crazy to do that right now. A relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. So you may meet them, you may experience them. It may be a time to just absolutely say goodbye and farewell, and wish them, with honor for being that position for you coming into this time frame and experiencing them. I know that might be easier said than done, but we've had retrograde. We're going to have another one, I believe, in Scorpio season. Yay! As if we wouldn't miss it. Or I think it's November. It's October, November. So we'll have that time to run around it again, but do you really need to run through these cycles again? It's time to see if you've been a little too much me. This tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level, you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Be nice, be kind, smile and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Being assertive is good, just don't ride ruckshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace and don't be a baby. Sorry. But this could be the issue. And you need to have more fun. We do need to have more fun. I say that to myself and I say that to anybody who's around me lately. It's been too serious with this economy and this hatred, and we need more lightheartedness, more light in our lives, and we cultivate that, not other people. But when we have our community, it makes it all worthwhile. You're very close to achieving your goal. The word gibbous means bulging. Oh yeah. We have bulging and we have climax. Y'all with your sexual energy. I love y'all, but that is part of the sacral. It is part of that creativity. So I will let it go. This isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want. Though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense. So don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know that there's a fuse attached to this situation. So be careful if you choose to light it. Your attunement is to know that you are on the right track. And now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Hands down, through this, this path with Aquarius right now in the moon cycle, and then going into Leo season, this is the time that you hype yourself up. This is the time to watch all those pep motivation videos. making stuff in your Pinterest to get you excited, because we're getting closer toward the end of the year. And that's when what? People get sloppy. People start to get lazy. They start to get stagnant, saying, well, it's too cold. I don't want to do anything. Just want to lay down, go to sleep. Right. And I'm not saying this because I'm a workaholic. It's part of it, but it's not the whole thing. I'm saying the creativity, the fun, the movement, stretching, dancing, yoga, going in the mirror, getting that pep talk with yourself, getting pep talk with your best friends and your community, so that you keep this momentum going, because it's saying you're going to get there, but you can't let up either. And you need to get back into good, healthy habits. It's a good time to start a new project. So if you have been in that stagnancy, now is the great time to do it, to just get started, but stay focused. And again, keep the momentum up. Let's mix it all up. I love these moon cards. I love all the knowledge that it brings with the affirmations. And there's all these little paragraphs about the different cycles of the moon. No questions yet, huh? Okay. I'm a patient lady. If you have your calendars up, wanted to let you know that the next new moon will be on August 12th. So definitely give me a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to the channel and press the little bell for the notification. That way you know when the new moon is coming. But that is August 12th, and it's also a solar eclipse. This will be eclipse season through, again, Leo into Virgo at the end of the month. The full moon will be August 28th, and that is a lunar eclipse as well, with this Saturn return. So the intensity is only getting higher, unfortunately. If you thought last month was tough, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm only the messenger. So if you want to see me in person for clarity and guidance, and you're in Florida, you can find me in Ybor at the Hot Wax Coffee Shop every Tuesday from 7 to 11. And then you can find me at the Bay on Thursdays, and also same time, 7 to about 10. But let's say you're virtual. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can send me an email, or you could DM me on Instagram as well, and you can follow me there. It's with my full name. And I am using this eclipse season to promote music that is coming out. Can't really tell you what, but all I can tell you is some music will be coming out next month. And that is produced with 8-Bit Mike. So definitely keep following us here on the channel, and definitely supporting me by subscribing. Again, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm currently at 386, I believe, if Kelly did actually subscribe. So, all of this support, I really thank you. We are going to dive in to shadow work. The shadow has been called to me today, so it's going to get a little dark. I got money. I like to hide money in my bags. Makes me good luck. All right. What does the collective need to hear regarding the shadow realm for the buck moon in Aquarius? Traveling, 6 of Swords. Nine of Cups. King of Swords. The Devil. 6 of Wands. 6 of Swords. The shadow realm is not something to be afraid of, but it is information that we do need to see about ourselves if we wish to really overcome and really evolve as a person. Cups are always about emotions. And it's a whale again. Abundance, wishes, joy, prosperity, aspirations, affluence, delight, wealth, celebration. The shadow realm is poverty, sadness, loneliness, indifference, loss, dissatisfaction, disapproval, and neglect. Remember that when you throw a party, it's only a celebration if you share your good fortune with friends or loved ones. Examine any shadows that won't allow you to enjoy yourself, even when things are going well. This is not a time to fuss and worry, because you are either on the verge of receiving all the things you wished for, or are sowing the seeds for future returns. This is a card of happiness and prosperity, and a card that encourages you to own your joy guilt-free. You have earned it. This lovely card is suggesting that you can have your wish come true and remember to share your joy with others. Physically, the Nine of Cups is indicating that you are doing well right now and seeming to be balancing everything. This is also a card that says there is a tendency to overindulge, so exercise caution. In matters of love, you are content with how things are, especially when having a bit of alone time, enjoying your hobby. If you are single, enjoy your freedom. In finances, it seems you can do no wrong right now. Even if you make a bad decision, luck is on your side. Not bad for the shadow deck. But we're just getting warmed up. Ego. King of Swords. Inactivity. Immature. Critic. Silent. Chaotic. Angry. Disorganized. Dictator. Sociopath. Oh, fun. I wonder who that could be. I have a few ideas. Ensure that you do your fact checking and are correct instead of simply thinking you are correct. As a boss or a coworker, this person, although intelligent and a good communicator, may be enigmatic, secretive, or difficult to assess or understand. Don't let yourself become too isolated or stuck in your own head for extended periods of time, because this can create an existential crisis of epic proportion. Balance your need for alone time with socializing. You are being asked to use courage, logic, and organizational skills to get through an upcoming challenge. Own your strengths without arrogance. You are also being encouraged to draw your own conclusions through research at this time and not follow others' advice blindly. As a father figure, this is a person who is prone to sarcasm and uses words to control or reward depending on the mood. Generally distant, but possesses a sharp wit. How do you feel about father figures and their approval or disapproval of your life choices? Physically, you're being asked to look at any sharp pains in your joints or arthritis conditions. How do I feel about my position of authority? Do I seek counsel from within? Am I being objective when assessing situations that require my decision? How can the right questions assist me at this time? And do I get to the point when offering advice? The King of Swords asks you to be sure you are aware of your finances and transactions and to avoid fraud. The Devil is always about addictions, temptation, ego, self-centeredness, indulgence, obsessive, addiction, unproductive, captivity, oppression. It's a form of bondage. Any form of bondage. Here he represents the addiction that keeps us shackled to a failing relationship or an unsuitable job, escapism to an extreme, or any impulsive act. Often these indulgences are seen as rewards, yet they frequently lead to ill health and keep us from progressing. Since the devil is an illusion, we can transmute the things that supposedly keep us chained and subservient. We can become caring and considerate and reject bitterness, even through life's difficulties, to move ahead. Look at everything you feel that you are currently addicted to in your life and try replacing these addictions with behaviors more moderate, and that will help you move forward, seeking counseling if need be. You aren't actually stuck right now. This is just the shadow of the Shadowland that needs to be addressed honestly and unflinchingly. If you're suffering silently from any addiction, yep, somebody's addicted. Somebody got to make some changes. If you are suffering silently from an addiction or feel out of control or lost, abused, or stuck, this is the time to seek assistance. If you are tempted to cheat on your diet, significant other, or taxes, perhaps notice the wake-up call that you are unhappy and work toward feeling satisfied with your life so you don't waste time rebelling against something you can simply resolve. Do you ignore the plea of others or treat Mother Earth with disrespect? There is a call right now for you to accept responsibility for your behavior or look at those close to you and become accountable for your own change. If you are with a person who fits this description, get them help. Yeah, definitely seek help. If it's you, remember that the devil is not almighty and powerful. Really, he is just a dude who needs a shave, a shower, and a new wardrobe. Now go comb your hair. In matters of health, you are being asked to get assistance with addictions and depressive episodes. What can you reflect on? Well, what is my worst addiction? How can I change my behaviors so I feel better about life? In what areas of my life do I feel stuck? How can I rid my life of oppressive situations? And how I can take complete responsibility for my life. Six of Wands, defeat, invisibility, grandstanding, restriction, oppression, discouraging. You may also want to explore how you feel about not receiving individual recognition that you feel you deserved when you have worked within a team toward a common goal. Often the loudest people receive the most recognition despite the contributions made. Remember to speak up instead of holding grudges, and try to examine why some people seem to be receiving more credit. Before becoming resentful, ask yourself if you contributed equally to the job or project. Ensure that if you are currently establishing or are the leader of a group, that you treat each member respectfully and that each contribution is acknowledged. There may be an award ceremony, team award, or sports competition coming up soon, and this is an excellent time to be generous and share your personal successes with those on the periphery who may have assisted. Work with a strong leader in cooperation, not competition at this time. You are also being advised to recognize your own leadership abilities, and that's very Leo, and not hold back from taking your team to victory, whether a family, work, or peer mentorship situation. Physically, the Six of Wands is indicating that you may need to direct all of your energy into one activity to remain healthy or battle a current condition. Try not to allow your energy to dissipate with too many physical tasks at the moment. Financially, you need a team on your side, so get investment and financial advice, and don't do this on your own right now. Reflection is, can I share the spotlight with colleagues? How am I ready to accept my leadership abilities? How can I ensure equitable outcomes for all who contributed to this victory? And how do I define team effort? And could I use help in a situation that I'm trying to accomplish alone? Six of Swords. Inactivity, restraint, indecision, anxiety, solitary, hide, inertia, avoidance. The environment is a huge factor in this decision. You must examine your reasoning at this time and decide if you are running away from a situation or towards something you wish to pursue. You could get someone at the helm of this new venture as the navigator. You may be the dragon, assisting others to safe passage, or you may be the passengers on an adventure. If you are in a career or profession that no longer suits you, take the time to consider not only a move, but how you can manage this and what assistance you might require. You may also be asked to help others see ahead to a destination clearly and have the gift of a balanced viewpoint. This is a time to make a decision. And as with all swords, this involves a cool head analysis and objectivity. Remember that clear communication and a strategy will ease your tension about any upcoming changes. This card is also a reminder that when there are hidden fears, they can't be addressed. Look at all the anxiety this move may unearth for you. Once hidden, fears are brought to light. The ability to see things in perspective or make long-term plans may become less challenging. Physically, you may want to assess and seek help for any mobility challenges you may be experiencing. The reflection is, what do I see on the opposite shore? Can I follow this vision calmly and with strategic foresight? How long do I see this plan taking? And what steps do I need to take to follow through? And what is holding me back right now? This is the Shadowland Tarot. Sound and frequency can always clear the space and your voice. What is hidden will always be rising to the surface. What better way to end it than with some angel cards? Again, if you've been enjoying the live stream so far, please give me a thumbs up. It's really appreciated. And to subscribe to me. My name is Fedra. I've been doing tarot for over 20 years now. I love doing this collective reading. This is for you to get insight in how I read on a private level. If you are ever inquiring about mentorship with me specifically, I have that as well. And sound healing. So what does the angels ask of us during this fuck moon in Aquarius? What do the angels want us to know? One came out and it was gentleness. Okay. Two things that are not very easy for us to do on any level, I would say. One is being gentle. Archangel Sandalphon, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And then there's good old patience. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Overcoming difficulties. Archangel Dramiel, the worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Aho. We have a victory. It's like twice now in the reading. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So beautiful. And clairvoyance. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. So let's go with gentleness because it popped out first. Sandalphon wishes to help you feel peaceful and centered, and he strongly advises that you begin by listening to gentle music. Play it wherever you go. Talk quietly and engage in slow, rhythmic movements such as swaying to music or a gentle yoga session. Don't engage in battles at this time. Instead, retreat from conflict while you revive your spirit and become even stronger. Delayed decision making at this time. You'll know exactly what to do when you emerge from your gentle retreat. It takes time for a seedling to push through the ground and mature into a flower-bearing plant. Yet each moment of a plant's life cycle, you can bring joy to those who notice its beauty. In the same way, enjoy the process of realizing your dreams. And slow down and feel grateful as each step brings your manifestation into tangible form. Notice the lessons and love that spring from every moment that you engage in acting upon your dreams. The challenges you faced have made you stronger and have taught you new lessons. Instead of becoming bitter, you've opened your heart with compassion toward people in similar situations. You've let go of any blame or feelings of victimhood. This is why you're now overcoming your previous challenges. Your positive outlook is attracting a loving solution and new situations at a higher level of spiritual understanding, and stay positive. You deserve this time of victory. Your unwavering focus and dedication have resulted in blissful manifestations. Woo! Peace and pleasant feelings are yours right now. And let your focus be on this present moment and savor each feeling and experience fully. Know that the future is taken care of in a positive way as you allow yourself to enjoy the present moment. Feel good about who you are and know that your success benefits others. So it is. So it is. Razel. Your clairvoyancy may come in different forms as fleeting mental images in your mind's eye, as dreams, as recurring sights in the physical world, as auras and energy, or as apparition experiences. All of the facets of clairvoyancy are beautiful and varied, and enjoy and trust them. Hold the intention of seeing only love, and that is what you'll see. So hold the vision, everyone. Hold the vision of love in your life and attempt to make your life a moving prayer. This will be part of my practice as well. Even as a reader, every time I do these collective readings, I learn something more about myself and others. Because every situation, every person can be a teacher, and you can be the student at the same time. Again, if you want a private reading with me in the future, please contact me. Please like and subscribe to support this channel. I thank you. I will see you all on August 12th for the next moon cycle. Have a great weekend. Thank you.